5 most regretted mods on the Toyota Tacoma. Don't waste your money. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. So today, I wanted to talk about the 5 most regretted mods that I've done to my Toyota Tacoma. But real quick, before we get into that, make sure you smash that subscribe button and click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. So what are the 5 most regretted mods on my Toyota Tacoma? Let's talk about it. You know, I do all kinds of mods, and I always hope that those mods on my Tacoma are going to be successful. You know, I've never put anything on that I didn't think I was going to like or I didn't think would be good. So I thought I might save you guys a little bit of money for modding your Toyota Tacoma to run through the list. So let's get into it. Let's get started. Number 1, and this one I was really excited about. I thought, what a great idea. Dual hood struts. You know, there's nothing like popping the hood and it automatically goes up. It stays up. You don't have to screw with that stupid rod, that thing that creaks and cracks every time you pull it out of that little plastic cheapo holder that it's in. I always thought that thing was going to break. So I went out. I had heard of these way back when I was a youngster in the modding world. And I went to Redline Tuning and I picked them out. Now, let me tell you first off, I'm not dogging Redline Tuning. It's a great product. But the problem is, there's 2 problems. One, you have to drill holes in your truck. Yeah, I'm not real big on that, but I'll do it. And I did it with the one that I have now. But 2, I had an aftermarket air intake on there. It doesn't fit. The one on the passenger side hits the air intake. So if you're looking to do other mods on your Toyota Tacoma, make sure you don't regret this one by putting these on and then not being able to do maybe an S&B cold air intake like I'm going to put back onto my Toyota Tacoma. Now, I mentioned I did get around it. I went with the single hood strut. That's the way to go. Even though you still have to drill, I can live with it. Number 2, the no adhesive vent visors. These things right here. They're an awesome product. I mean, they look good on the truck, but the issue is they don't really fit quite right. I mean, I've had them on there for a while now, and still when I put my window up, they still move a little bit, like they're making contact. They don't seat as well as those with adhesive on them. So that is a regretted mod that I am going to change. On the other truck, I had the ones with adhesive. You stick them up inside, push them over on that rubber piece that's on the inside of the window, and they adhere. And once they fully adhere, which by the way, if you're doing that mod, I wouldn't roll the window down for a couple of days after you do it. Give that adhesive a chance to adhere to that rubber so that you won't have any problems. Of course, the other issue I had kind of popped out the molding here up at the corner on the side a little bit. That's kind of a drag. Mine never did reseat. Definitely a regretted mod on my Toyota Tacoma. Number 3, the TRD exhaust. You know, I've been on a quest, I think, ever since I bought my first Tacoma, to have an exhaust that was a little bit throatier, a little bit deeper sounding. So I went to the TRD. I figured it's a TRD exhaust. I should be able to get more out of it. Even though I had done my research and I heard it on the web, I just figured, you know, videos, they just don't really do it justice. It certainly must sound better because everybody seems to love it. And many have said they get a better sound out of their Toyota Tacoma with that TRD exhaust. Well, I think there's a little bit of, I paid the money and I bought it, so I don't want to admit to myself that it's just no good in those statements from other folks, because I too have had the TRD exhaust on 2 of my Toyota Tacomas, maybe 3, I'm not sure. And I was disappointed. It definitely is a regretted mod that I will not do again on the Toyota Tacoma. Instead, and it'll be in an upcoming video, I do have something new coming. Something that's supposed to be a little bit throatier. Hopefully it's not obnoxious and doesn't give me a lot of drone, but it should give me a deeper, throatier sound, I hope, on the Toyota Tacoma. Otherwise, it will probably join the regretted mods list. We shall see. Stay tuned for that. Number 4, a cheapo or cheap train horn. It's a novelty thing. You know, it's loud, it's obnoxious. If somebody gets in your way or you want to alert somebody that they're going to get into your way, it's an awesome thing to have. So I actually had a company contact me. They were going to send me one and I could install it, of course, in exchange for a video. I thought it would be great, and it really was in the beginning. When I discovered how poor it really was is when I took it off thinking I would install it on my next or new Toyota Tacoma. When I took the thing off, the fasteners, the bolts were all rusted, all corroded. It was horrible. The little line, the air line that goes to the little mini compressor thing that it has, had actually fallen off. I hadn't used it for a while, and maybe if it was clamped, it would have been okay. But it was useless without that line because, of course, it doesn't pump any air into the horn. And speaking of the horn, it had started to corrode as well. It wasn't on my truck that long. And down here in South Texas, I don't expose the truck to anything corrosive like salt in the winter. So it's just a poor product, a product that really wasn't meant to be exposed to any kind of elements, I guess. Definitely on the regretted mods list for the Toyota Tacoma. Number 5, and this kind of depends on your needs and what you're looking for, but it is side steps. I had bought side steps and then I kind of reused them on a couple of trucks, but I had bought side steps. They were Predator side steps, great looking side step. I think it's probably the best set that you can get for the Tacoma, but the problem is they were always in my way. You see, because I'm kind of marginal on the height scale. I'm right in the middle. You know, unless the truck is lifted 6 inches off the ground, I really don't need them. So that means I'm always working around them, stepping over them to get out, stepping over them to get in, scraping the back of my pant legs, or in this case, my skin, because I wear shorts all the time. It's warm down here. But they were not necessary for me. And I think they detract from the look of the truck a little bit as well. I think the Toyota Tacoma looks awesome without having them on. Now, again, that's not to say that they don't serve a purpose. I mean, if you are of lower height than I am, or you have maybe kids or a spouse that's a little bit lower height, they do serve a purpose. They definitely do help to get in and out of the truck when they are needed. But definitely not for me. They certainly are on the regretted mods list. I'm not going to put them back on. I don't even have them anymore. I had let them go with the last truck. Might have even sold them. I don't remember. But there's no reason for me to have them on the truck because, frankly, I just don't need them. So anyway, those are the 5 most regretted mods on the Toyota Tacoma. The things that I had wasted money on that I really didn't end up liking in the end and certainly didn't need. Leave a comment. Let me know. Ever put any mod on your Toyota Tacoma that you didn't like? Do you have a regretted mods list for your Tacoma? I'd be curious to know. Again, real quick, if you didn't in the beginning, make sure you smash that subscribe button and click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. I do also have 2 additional channels. RobMotive, FST, all about full-size trucks. And RobMotive JT, all about the Jeep Gladiator. Check them out, and if you're interested, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.